Good morning! It's been a really long time since I've actually made a video. I know I promised the complaining about when I take my kids to school, but I was going to do I'm going to draw a picture and do finger graphs, like what I mean for it. But I think I'll actually just go ahead and talk about it. Now, when I drop my girls off at middle school, I'm going down the main road. The school will be on this side if I'm going, this direction. And parents will, it's just a regular street. It's not like a heavy main street or anything. It's not meant for two lanes both directions. It's just one lane for each way, and enough room on the sides for possibly one car on each side, but then it gets really tight right here, and some parents don't park as close to the curb as they can to give enough room for the actual trafficking. But okay, so anyway, I'll be going down the road, and there'll be people who will just stop in the middle of the road, let their kid out, then the kid has to cross this cross, because there'll be the school's here, then I've got my main road, and then there's a road that, comes to basically a T. There's a T junction there. And anyway, what they'll do is they'll stop right at that T intersection, and they'll let their kid out. And they don't even, a lot of them don't even pull over so you can get by. No, they'll stop right in mid-traffic. They'll stop, make everybody behind them back up, and then they'll let their kid out. Then they'll wait so their kid can go across the street, because there actually is a crosswalk there for the kids to go across, and a lot of parents don't even bother stopping so kids can go across. Anyway, so that's kind of one problem, is you should never just drop your kid off in the middle of a street. I mean, you never know what kind of person is in the car behind you, or the car behind them, or or the car over on that lane, or whatever. To me, that's bad parenting when you do that. And especially it gets more difficult doing this in the wintertime, because then you'll have the roads become smaller, because they're not, the plow doesn't go all the way to the curb. Well, sometimes it does, but people have to also account for the big snow mountain, so they park far enough away so that the kid can open the vehicle, the car door on the other side. So that also narrows the road, and in the traffic. Okay, so then in the front of the school, and then right by that T junction, there'll be your first left, and there's a U right there in front of the school. That's where the buses go. That's where the buses will drop off. They'll drive up and drop off the kids in there, and then drive away. A lot of parents will drive in there, even though it's in the beginning of the school year, they put up these signs that say, "This is for bus traffic only." Parents don't even read that shit. They don't read it. They don't read none of this stuff. Everybody is a self-serving asshole, pretty much. It just seems like there are very few drivers that are actually very courteous and will care about the other driver, the other drivers on the road. Everybody is a self-serving asshole, and they only want to serve themselves. Now, oh, and by the way, if you come to my channel and you don't like my swearing, tough shit. Everybody swears, so get over it. I'm not going to censor my videos, and that's not me. I listen to a station that's labeled explicit for a reason. I don't like listening to my rock songs or my metal songs and having them bleep bleep, or putting words or fake words in there for those words. That's also not me. But okay, so back to the school. So parents will drive up in the U there. They don't give a shit. They don't care if what they're doing is slowing down the buses. And I can tell you, it's no fun waiting on a bus that's in this lane going this way, and I'm going that way, and their long-ass bus is blocking my turn to, because once you pass where the U is, there's another large U for the actual parking lot that has all the, the rows for the teachers to park in. That's where they want you to drop your kid off, is they want you to go down the U, the parking lot U, not the actual U for where the buses are. They want you to go down the parking lot U and back up, and that's where you're supposed to drop your kids off, and then they just go into the school. Well, when traffic is backed up in this, in this direction, going towards, if I'm coming down the road and they're this way, and and I'm trying to turn, and I've seen so many parents, like, even if not having the bus in the way, if the bus isn't in the way, I'll see parents just drive, like, turning into the parking lot, and they don't care if there's a kid walking across the street. I've seen so many parents, so many people just keep going, and the kid is actually on the sidewalk, has to run way ahead to actually get ahead of this car that doesn't see them or just doesn't give a shit about seeing them. I think that's kind of douchebaggery. I mean, yes, there'll be times I'll be waiting and I'll see a kid coming, and then he'll take his slow ass time walking across the street. While it's clear, mind you, because there have been times I've been waiting and there's cars just continuously coming and coming and coming, and then when it's actually clear where I can actually go, there's a little kid just walking slowly across the road. But, I can't, what can I do? I can't do nothing about it. I just have to wait for him to, get all the way across the road. Now, I'm not one of those people that, even if the kid is still in the crosswalk, walking across where I can pull through, I know plenty of parents will just scooch on the other side while they're still waiting. I won't go until that kid is past the, you got this much space where the cars can drive. I don't drive until he's way over here, past where the curb might be. That's just me, because that's what kind of courtesy I want people to give to me or my children when we are the pedestrian walking on the side of the road. That's just the courtesy that I like, and that's, I hope someday people, would show me, but that hasn't happened yet. I get honked at all the time when I'm walking across the street, or hell, there's one time, I think I already made a post about it. The walking man was shown, and this guy gets within this much of hitting me, and he freaks out saying, "Get the fuck off the road," while he's on his cell phone, and I'm sitting here going, "Fuck you, asshole." Anyway, nobody is, like I said, there is a very small portion of drivers, at least in this city where I live, where there's only a small fraction of the actual whole driving that actually abide by and are courteous towards other drivers. Like, okay, so when I do that U in the parking lot where you're supposed to go and drop your kid off, when I'm leaving, okay, then the school will be on this side, and I'm now that traffic that I was saying was this way. Now I'm going down, and I'll have to stop for the kids crossing the street, and then of course there's parents all along right here, and they drop their kids off to go over. So if I'm driving, they'll just pull out in front of me like I'm not even there. Like I have to yield to them because they were on the side of the road dropping their kid off. I don't fucking think so. I'm on the main drag going down the road. Your dumbass is supposed to get in behind me. And I've had so many people just drive alongside me and hoping that I will slow down for them. And honestly, what I do to get back at them a lot of times, when the people that are that